Are you living with fear, self-doubt, or anxiety in your life right now? Do you feel like you have your back pushed up against the wall, but you're unsure how to get yourself out of a situation? If you need some strength and to get on the right track fast, keep watching. Let's get started. My name is Nick Huttonero, and today we'll be talking about fear, anxiety, self-doubt, and some other hardcore things other YouTubers just won't talk about. If you could do me a favor real quick and hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon down below to keep me on your radar, I'd be most appreciative. Thanks. I've worked with hundreds of businesses and entrepreneurs over the past decade, and I've seen firsthand the impacts mental health has on success. Today, I'll be sharing 6 actionable items you can use to overcome fear, anxiety, and doubt in business and in your personal life. Now, let's get right into it. Number 1, be very clear on your why and hold on to that. Some people watching this now may be working a job that they hate and they know they need a change. Others, they may be in toxic relationships, maybe with a spouse or a business partner that's holding them back and bringing them down. And some people watching this now may be facing their first round of chemotherapy treatment today, and they know they need the strength to persevere and fight through. Whatever your situation is right now, you need to be very clear of your why and use that to fight every day, to conquer fears and push forward. For me, my why is my family. Everything I do is to honor them and make sure that they're taken care of. My beautiful wife, Rose, my adorable twin boys, Vincent and Anthony, and my cute little dog, Carina. They're my reasons why. If you feel me on that, and family is the why for you, hit the like button down below. If your why is something different, I'd love to know what it is. Please comment down below, because I'd love to know what's most important to you. Section 2, stop blaming others and start blaming yourself. While the title of this section may seem a little harsh, it's the brutal truth you need to understand before conquering any fear, self-doubt, or anxiety that's happening in your life. You need to take complete ownership, inside and out. To get out of the situation that you're in now, stop pointing fingers and start pointing thumbs. From now and moving forward, everything starts with you. All of the positive outcomes that you want in life start with you and end with you. Everything starts in your mind, right here, upstairs. And when you can take ownership of that, you can take ownership of your future. When you're blaming others, you're really mad at yourself. Maybe they have something that you don't, and that angers you. Maybe they did something that you failed to do, and that angers you. The person that you need to be angry at to make radical changes in your life is yourself first. Once you can take ownership of that, you can conquer the fear, the self-doubt, and the anxiety you have to push forward and get over that. It starts with taking ownership and taking responsibility for yourself, the thoughts in your mind, and every outcome going forward. Section 3, stay committed toward making improvements in your life each and every day. One of the best ways to battle fear, anxiety, and self-doubt is to make small yet powerful improvements in your life each and every day. You need to make forward progress while simultaneously tracking all of the action that's taking place to document where you started, where you're at now, and where you're looking to go. What gets measured is always most important. So, track your progress, document what's happening, and keep pushing forward. Section 4, find a place of total control in your mind. Whenever I'm in total control, great things happen. Life goes according to my plan and not the plan of anyone else or any circumstances in my way. This past weekend, I was on a flight. And sometimes, if you fly a lot, there's delays, maybe mechanical issues, and that was the case in this situation. The flight attendant got on the speaker and explained that we were waiting for a maintenance crew to address a loose piece of the wing which could potentially come off mid-flight and go right into one of the engines, basically causing a fatal plane crash. At that moment, I had some fear. I had some anxiety. I had some doubt. But my why, my family, oh, that was so clear right there. And I knew what I needed to do. I needed to control the situation and get myself off that aircraft. I was the only person who did that. I'm sure there were other people on that flight who were thinking the same thing too. Their family was their why, but they chose to sit there. They chose to accept it, and they didn't choose to take control like I did. Now that flight, it made it to its destination, no problem. But my why, that was the reason why I got off that aircraft. When you take control of the situation, own it, magic happens. Take control. Section 5. What are you willing to sacrifice to face your fears head on? I never said facing your fears, anxiety, or doubts would be easy. In fact, it's quite difficult. The reality is, you may need to endure more pain, more suffering, and more discomfort to ultimately get you to the place you want to be. And it all starts with sacrifice. So I'll ask you now, what are you willing to sacrifice to have it all? To overcome fears, anxieties, self-doubts, and live the life you want to live on your terms. For me, I'm facing my fear right now by putting myself out there on YouTube. This isn't easy, speaking into a camera alone, fearing what others may think about me, how I'm saying things, and how it comes off on the other end to you right now. The trade-off, I'm willing to sacrifice my weekends and free time to conquering this fear of what other people think about me and my life and my business and just doing it. If I'm not willing to make a sacrifice and put myself in one of the most uncomfortable situations possible, there's no possible way that I can move the needle in my direction and see the positive and powerful results that I'm looking to achieve. Big dreams, big houses, big businesses, and big impacts on the world. They all start with big sacrifices from the people behind those big efforts. Think bigger, take control of your fears, and be prepared to make some sacrifices. It's the only way to greatness. Section 6. Conquer anything by knowing where you're at right now is only temporary. From the age of 19 to 24, I worked at a bar and I made sandwiches there. And I really liked the job. It was pretty cool. I liked the people I worked with. I loved all the customers. It was a fun job for that time in my life. However, there were some things about the job I really didn't like. I really didn't care for and brought on a lot of fear and anxiety. And it happened every weekend that I worked. Saturdays and Sundays, I'd go in 10 or 11 a.m. depending on the day. And my biggest fear and source of anxiety was, what is this place going to look at when I come in? More particularly, how much vomit from the night before am I going to be cleaning up off the bathroom floors? It wasn't actually cleaning the vomit up that brought on the anxiety for me. It was whenever I had the mop in my hands, I'd think to myself, and it's that internal dialogue where you're like, Nick, is this what your life is going to be like forever? Are you always going to be working here? Is this it? Are you good enough to do anything else? And that internal dialogue, until I got it on the right track and I realized this is only temporary, that's when I was able to move on mentally, own the situation, and fight through. The only way I got through that situation for years, 19 through 24 years old, I took ownership of the situation. When I went in, I turned the alarm off. I didn't care how bad that place was. I turned on Sirius XM to my favorite channel, Shade 45 at the time. I poured some hot water in a bucket with some bleach, and I got to work. I pretended like I owned the place. And the reason why, if I didn't clean that vomit up, who would clean it? The owner would, of course, because you take pride in a business. And I know I needed to take pride. I needed to own the situation so that I could do what I wanted to do in life. Sometimes I ask myself, what the heck did I do to get this awesome life that I have now? I was the only guy willing to clean puke 10 years ago off the floors, sacrifice my Saturday and Sunday mornings for years, facing my fears, my uncertainties, and my doubts head on. I paid the price, and you can too. That situation was temporary, but I took ownership. I saw the light ahead, and I kept pushing forward. I took what's mine, and you can take what's yours too. Go out and get it. My name's Nick Cutanero, and I want to thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.